Oh, wow.
I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk.
All right, buckle up because the gossip mills have never churned out anything like this. Will Smith and Sean Diddy Combs, two of the most famous figures in entertainment, have found themselves at the center of a whirlwind of jaw-dropping rumors, secrets, and scandal that are shaking Hollywood to its core. And as if the rumors themselves weren't explosive enough, controversial musician Jaguar Wright just threw gasoline on the fire, issuing a chilling warning to Will Smith. She says he should run as soon as possible before he gets dragged into the same fate as Diddy, who's already in hot water with some mysterious leaked tapes and an FBI investigation to boot.
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh my goodness.
If you could film me.
Astaire, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
So what's actually happening here, and could Will really be caught up in something that's so dark, so twisted, that even the most dedicated fans would be shocked? Stick around because we're diving deep into this. This whole mess starts with a shadowy backstory involving Diddy, Will, and their equally famous, and sometimes infamous, connections in the industry. Diddy's reputation has always been one of extravagance, from his larger-than-life parties to his influence over some of music's biggest artists. Over the years, he's been known for hosting gatherings that, while often glamorous, have a certain mystique and maybe even some danger lingering around them. And lately, that mystique has transformed into something far darker, with rumors about what really happens at Diddy's private events and who exactly attends. Some of Hollywood's most influential figures are regulars, including Will Smith, who has been seen mingling and enjoying the limelight at Diddy's infamous parties more than once. But are they simply friends caught up in a storm of rumors? Or is there something more disturbing hiding in plain sight?
Best of both worlds. Nobody talks about that.
Nobody talks about this shit.
Nobody talks about that project.
That swept that smooth under the rug.
Why?
Here's the twist that's keeping everyone on their toes. According to recent reports and a flood of whispers online, Diddy's parties may not have been what they seemed. Known to be invitation-only gatherings, these events were rumored to feature some unexpected and unfiltered activities. And while many dismiss these whispers as nothing more than hearsay, there's now talk of leaked tapes surfacing from these so-called gatherings. These tapes allegedly capture some unsettling situations, and while we don't know exactly what's on them, some insiders suggest they may reveal the dark side of Hollywood that stars like Diddy and will have managed to keep under wraps for years. Adding fuel to the fire, it's said that some tapes may even feature A-listers that no one would ever expect.
And Stacey, you say today's indictment reads like a mob indictment. What was most shocking to you of all these allegations?
Yeah, the fact, Jake, that the government in this indictment presented evidence alleging that Sean Combs was running a criminal enterprise.
Jaguar Wright, who has built a reputation for being a no-nonsense voice and calling out big names in the music and entertainment industries, has stepped up as the loudest voice in this scandal. And let's just say she's not holding back. She's made several bold and provocative claims about Diddy and Will, accusing them of being involved in questionable gatherings and behaviors that would make most fans' heads spin. According to Wright, Will and Diddy's relationship goes much deeper than professional ties, with Wright even hinting that Diddy holds influence over Will. She has gone on record describing how, according to her, these two have bonded over more than just fame and fortune, and that their long-standing acquaintance has some dark undertones.
Ruining lives. And now they've indoctrinated these kids into thinking that this is the way because this is what they know.
Wright's claims suggest that Will and Diddy have a shared history of attending certain exclusive parties and events where only Hollywood's elite are invited and where the rules are, reportedly, very different from those in the outside world. She alleges that Diddy's high-profile gatherings weren't merely glamorous get-togethers, but had a reputation among insiders for being places where powerful people could act without limitations. And according to her, Will wasn't just an attendee. He was apparently quite comfortable in this environment. It's also rumored that Will's connection to these events, especially under Diddy's influence, might have been fueled by his complex relationship with his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, adding yet another layer to an already tangled situation.
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start, I'm standing in my house.
To those familiar with Will's public image, this might seem hard to believe, but Wright's claims are drawing attention, as she's not the only one speaking out. Other sources have hinted that Will's public persona as a family man could be concealing a private life filled with scandals, secrets, and hidden connections to some of Hollywood's most controversial circles. Wright argues that Will's motivation might stem from a desire to prove himself, particularly to his wife, who has never hesitated to speak openly about her admiration for late rapper Jaguar. Rumors swirl that Will, striving to maintain Jada's respect, has been willing to cross certain lines, or at least turn a blind eye to Diddy's party antics. But these are no ordinary antics. They're allegations that involve exclusive gatherings rumored to be laden with activities that few people would dare imagine, and maybe some secret tapes that could turn the Hollywood power scene upside down.
New at 5, the legal troubles continue for Sean Diddy Combs tonight after a judge ordered the music mogul to pay $100 million to a Michigan man who says that he was assaulted by Combs in '97.
According to court documents, Derek Cardello Smith says Combs and then assaulted him during an after party at a Holiday Inn in Detroit. But Combs never responded to the lawsuit in court.
One of the more shocking allegations brought up by Wright is related to these notorious gatherings known as free golf parties hosted by Diddy. According to Wright, these events had attendees sign confidentiality agreements before entering. At these parties, the elite supposedly gathered for no-holds-barred evenings, where privacy was only a loose term. Rumors abound that hidden cameras were strategically placed throughout the venues, recording everything without the knowledge of certain guests. There's speculation that high-profile celebrities unknowing of the recordings could be compromised if these tapes ever come to light. Allegedly, some of these recordings might implicate Will in some way, placing him on a ticking time bomb, as the tapes are reportedly making rounds among Hollywood insiders.
I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse.
These hidden recordings could be central to the ongoing FBI investigation currently trailing Diddy, who is allegedly under scrutiny not only for privacy invasion, but also for possible exploitation of influential figures at his gatherings. This is a huge deal for the entertainment industry, which has long held its secrets tight. If the tapes indeed feature any compromising footage of Will, it would be a disaster for his carefully constructed image as a beloved family man and box office star. As more details about the FBI's involvement become public, fans are starting to piece together a picture of Will and Diddy's relationship that no one saw coming. This investigation could be a game changer, forcing Will and Diddy to confront secrets they've managed to keep hidden for years.
So, Brianna, the judge has set a May 5th trial date for Sean Diddy Combs to face those charges of racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and transportation of prostitution. Now, Diddy was in court today. He entered the courtroom wearing a jail-issued outfit, a khaki long-sleeve shirt, pants. He was also shackled at the ankles.
And if you thought that was the end of it, hold on. There's more. Apparently, Diddy has also used his wealth and influence to control the narrative surrounding his social life. Rumor has it that Diddy has used his resources to keep certain media outlets from publishing stories about his exclusive gatherings. He's said to be a master at managing his public image, hiring teams specifically to monitor and suppress information that could damage his reputation. With his influence, he's kept rumors from spreading too far. Until now. Now, with the leaked tapes allegedly making their way around, Diddy's defenses are crumbling, and his influence may not be enough to contain the fallout.
You know, I think in federal court and for these charges, they would say it's routine, but in the public realm, this is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, I mean, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in a jail cell right now.
Adding to the intrigue, Wright claims that Will's ties to Diddy go deeper than just social gatherings. She says that the two have had a long-standing understanding about the industry and what it takes to stay on top. It's also worth noting that Wright has hinted at both of them sharing a mutual understanding about keeping their private lives exactly that, private. But, she argues, when you're around someone like Diddy, privacy becomes relative. She claims that Will, who always maintained an image of a supportive husband and dedicated father, might have allowed himself to get swept up in Diddy's high-energy, no-limit social life.
That her husband, Will Smith, was caught having sex with actor Dwayne Martin.
With these revelations bubbling up, it's only natural that people are beginning to question the authenticity of Will's public image. According to Wright, Will and Diddy's connection isn't just a matter of friendship, but something that could hold power over him, pushing him to keep secrets that might otherwise have come out. Wright also claims that many Hollywood insiders are already aware of this connection, and that it's been somewhat of an open secret within the industry. As her allegations have gained traction, some fans and insiders are beginning to look back at Will's public behavior, wondering if there were hints all along that something was amiss.
Well, Jada Pinkett Smith drops a bombshell. Apparently, she and her husband, Will Smith, haven't been together for 7
Jaguar Wright also points out that Diddy has managed to pull strings to maintain an air of mystery, successfully keeping his private life out of the spotlight. But with the FBI now involved and tapes reportedly emerging, his carefully controlled image could shatter. Will, meanwhile, might find himself in a precarious position, having to decide between continuing to protect a friendship that's mired in scandal or stepping away to preserve his own reputation. With his fans demanding answers and his personal brand under scrutiny, Will might be forced to address these rumors head on.
Most importantly and most notably, when he walked inside the courtroom, the first thing that he looked at was his family. As soon as he saw his family, he just lit up. Another thing to note, too, is he wasn't shackled, but he was wearing a khaki prison-like jumpsuit when he appeared inside court, and his family appeared on their end.
So, where does this leave Will and Diddy? In the midst of a scandal that keeps spiraling deeper, with Wright's claims hinting at even more shocking revelations to come. The leaked tapes are said to be just the tip of the iceberg, with the FBI potentially holding even more evidence that could connect other Hollywood names to Diddy's world. Fans are left reeling, wondering just how far-reaching this web of secrets and lies might extend, and what, if anything, Will and Diddy will say in response.
I can't wait. I can't wait for everybody to find out what's really been going on in the background.
And the biggest question on everyone's mind, just how much more is out there that we don't know yet? The FBI's involvement means the stakes are higher than ever, and with Wright continuing to stir the pot, this Hollywood tale is only getting darker and messier by the minute. So, we've set the stage with the scandal swirling around Diddy and Will Smith, but what's really behind all this mystery and secrecy in Hollywood? It's no secret that the entertainment industry is built on layers of hidden connections, especially in circles where fame, power, and wealth mix freely. And that brings us to the fascinating world of Hollywood's open secret culture. For decades, fans and insiders alike have whispered about an inner circle where mentorship and networking sometimes come with extra strings attached, hidden from the public eye. And now, with Diddy's freak-off parties under scrutiny and the shadow of an FBI investigation looming, it's hard not to wonder if the open secret culture is finally about to be exposed.
There are so many surprising things in the book, but the thing that surprised me the most.
Hollywood has long been a place where stars build careful images while leading very different lives behind closed doors. There's a certain irony here. Many of the same celebrities who have built their careers on playing roles that inspire or entertain the masses have private lives that are anything but inspirational. It's all part of what fans call the Hollywood illusion. And according to insiders, this illusion is tightly guarded, with high-profile stars creating personas that are worlds away from their real lives. These private worlds are the places where powerful people can feel free to indulge their secrets, and the rumor mill suggests that Will Smith and Diddy might just be two of the biggest stars caught in the middle of it.
And a lot of the evidence, alleged evidence, that's been gathered in this case was from those two raids that were conducted on his personal homes in Miami and Los Angeles. And the indictment names the things seized that he allegedly made videos of these performances that have been named freak-offs.
Let's take a closer look at Will and Jada's marriage, which, let's be honest, has had its fair share of public twists and turns. From open marriage rumors to the infamous entanglement with singer August Alsina, the Smiths have become a prime example of how Hollywood couples walk a fine line between public image and private truth. Will and Jada have always emphasized that their marriage is built on trust, partnership, and, yes, transparency. But that doesn't mean it's been smooth sailing. Jada, who has openly spoken about her bond with the late rapper Shakur, has always brought a certain edge to her relationship with Will, and some speculate that her unique personality might have even pushed Will to explore new avenues of connection within Hollywood.
You seemed a little dazed afterwards, I'm not gonna lie.
No, I was gone, dude. You know, that was a rage that had been bottled for a really long time.
This brings us to the idea of the open marriage that fans have speculated about for years. Jada herself has hinted at the possibility of unconventional marriage model in past interviews, describing her connection with Will as a life partnership. When fans first heard about her entanglement with Alsina, it confirmed what many had already been wondering. Could it be that Will and Jada's marriage has more layers than they've let on? And with recent whispers connecting Will to Diddy's social scene, these rumors are gaining even more attention. Some fans believe that Jada's openness about their marriage dynamics is a sign that both Will and Jada have embraced a more flexible approach to their relationship, one that allows them each to pursue different kinds of companionship outside their marriage. But here's where it gets even more interesting. According to Jaguar Wright, Will's bond with Diddy goes beyond friendship or casual encounters. Wright's claims suggest that Diddy's gatherings offered Will the kind of freedom he might not find elsewhere, particularly in a marriage constantly under public scrutiny. With Jada being so outspoken about her own past entanglements, could it be that Will found comfort in Diddy's party scene? Some Hollywood insiders think so, and it's possible that this shared understanding allowed Will and Diddy to connect on a deeper level, one that maybe even their own families aren't fully aware of. Fans are split on this idea, with some applauding the Smiths for their honesty about marriage, while others wonder if the public has been misled about just how open they really are.
You know, I brought this subject up because there's a couple of things that really bother me here.
And as if that wasn't enough, the stakes are about to get even higher with the FBI's growing interest in Diddy's gatherings. Apparently, the investigation is starting to look beyond Diddy himself and delve into connections with other celebrities, potentially exposing Hollywood's elite like never before. Think about it. If the FBI finds solid evidence, it could mean a massive shakeup for the entertainment world. It's been hinted that these tapes, reportedly featuring Diddy's high-profile parties, might contain footage that would make even the most loyal fans question everything they thought they knew about their favorite stars. If Diddy's inner circle included people like Will, it's not a stretch to think that other A-listers might also be drawn into the investigation. Could Hollywood's secret society of stars be facing an unprecedented level of exposure? That's exactly what many fans are hoping for, especially those who feel Hollywood has long been hiding something big.
The name Brother Bilal may not be a name you heard of, but if you're Will Smith, it's the name of your former friend of nearly 40 years.
So how does Diddy manage to keep such a tight grip on his public image despite these controversies? The answer might lie in his ability to influence the media. Diddy has cultivated a powerful network in the music and entertainment industries, which has allowed him to maintain control over how much or how little the public actually knows about him. Some insiders claim that he has teams specifically assigned to monitor what the press says about him, intervening whenever necessary to protect his reputation. He's also known to have long-standing connections with media outlets, making it easier for him to steer narratives and keep certain stories under wraps. But with the FBI digging deeper, it's getting harder for Diddy to silence the rumor mill, especially when the stakes are as high as they are now.
Does he have a shot? I think his attorneys raised some good arguments.
I think they raise good arguments as well. Maybe this will be third time's the charm, because the difference between this bail motion and the prior two is that this one really does get to the heart of what the court was concerned about, which was witness intimidation.
In fact, according to insiders, the FBI's involvement might be the one thing that could break through Diddy's media defenses. With federal agents now investigating, even Diddy's most carefully guarded secrets could be at risk. And if any of these tapes indeed feature compromising moments with other A-listers like Will, it would mean a public relations disaster for everyone involved. Imagine the headlines if it turns out that stars we've admired for decades were part of Hollywood's hidden world. For Diddy, this is more than just a reputation issue. It's about keeping his empire from crumbling. But as fans continue to demand answers, it's unclear whether he'll be able to keep these secrets buried much longer.
And once again, I hate saying these things because their children are dope. But Jaden's kind of MIA.
Amid all of the drama, Jada's own role in this ongoing saga is starting to catch the public's attention. Known for her bold personality, Jada has always been unapologetically herself, a trait that fans have come to love and respect. But how will she react to these recent rumors about Will's involvement with Diddy's social circles? Some speculate that Jada might have already been aware of Will's connections and has chosen to stay silent to protect their marriage. Others think that despite her tough exterior, she might actually be hurt by the allegations and could be gearing up for her own statement. Either way, Jada's response could be key in shaping the public's perception of this scandal. After all, she's been open about her entanglements. Will she expect the same transparency from Will?
Now, so what is next? Is he going to be in jail in this facility until the trial begins? Is there a chance he could, get moved earlier than that? As of this moment, as of this hour, as of today, yes. But of course, as I mentioned earlier, they're going to be appealing this thing next to the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals to overturn the judge's order here to try and get him actually released.
And then there's the question of Will's image as the family man. For years, Will has maintained a public persona as a caring husband and father, someone who values loyalty, kindness, and honesty. But if these rumors gain traction, he might be forced to confront a new reality. Could his public image withstand such a scandal? In Hollywood, where image is everything, this kind of fallout could be devastating. Fans who once saw him as a role model might start to question his true character, and that could have a lasting impact on his career. On top of that, his close connection to Diddy could mean that any backlash directed at Diddy might extend to him as well, putting even more pressure on him to address the rumors.
So, all right, I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having sex with Will.
So what about the bigger picture here? Hollywood's culture of secrecy has been under scrutiny for years, with conspiracy theories about hidden alliances and elite clubs that control the industry. Some fans even believe in the existence of a shadowy group that dictates everything from casting decisions to who rises and falls in the entertainment world. According to these theories, stars like Diddy hold significant influence within this group, using their power to stay on top. And with Will Smith now facing possible exposure alongside Diddy, some wonder if he too has been part of Hollywood's secret circles all along.
Yeah, and let me just say this. It's ridiculous, right? right.
This idea of a Hollywood club isn't new, and fans have pointed to certain signs over the years. Coded handshakes, symbols in music videos, and even public speeches that hint at an underlying structure guiding the entertainment world. Though it's easy to dismiss these as mere theories, fans are increasingly questioning whether there's some truth to them, especially as scandals like Diddy's continue to surface. With each new revelation, it's becoming harder for people to ignore the possibility that Hollywood might be controlled by forces more powerful than we've been led to believe.
This is all impromptu.
Mm-hmm.
I'm triggered, so please give me a moment. Please don't mind me if I don't cam up right now.
That's okay. Absolutely.
But the biggest impact of these revelations might be on the people who claim to have been hurt by Hollywood's hidden circles. According to Jaguar Wright, many young people hoping for mentorship or a career boost end up becoming casualties of this system. The emotional toll on these individuals can be devastating, leaving them feeling betrayed, exploited, and trapped. Wright's claims about Diddy will shine a light on the potentially harmful power dynamics at play, where influential figures can easily manipulate those with less power. And as fans rally behind these individuals, demanding transparency, the entertainment industry might be forced to reckon with its past.
Well, you got to do your due diligence, and his team should have did the due diligence. And a lot of times, people do slip through the cracks. There's things that you don't see and don't find out until later on. But I mean, when people are making claims like the way people are making claims, you have to do your due diligence to make sure that if you're having that person on your platform, which is a huge platform, that you're putting out the proper and correct news.
Well, the problem is,
as Diddy's freak-off parties become the subject of both public curiosity and FBI interest, it's likely that more stories will emerge about other famous figures who were part of this scene. Hollywood is known for reinvention, but this scandal might be too big for even the most skilled PR teams to handle. Some fans believe this could spark a new era of accountability, with major studios and labels forced to reconsider their associations with stars implicated in these rumors. In fact, this scandal might be the beginning of a long-overdue culture check in Tinseltown, one that could permanently change the way Hollywood operates. With all of this unfolding, it's time to ask, do you believe the rumors surrounding Diddy's freak-off parties and his powerful connections are as dark as they seem? And could Will Smith's reputation actually survive if these tapes were ever made public? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because this story is only getting started. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe for more updates as this Hollywood scandal continues to unravel